Okay, can you see my presentation, guys?
Yes po.
Okay, so let's proceed with the other activity, which is capillary puncture and blood smear preparation. Okay, so okay, so this is on your call this activity number 6 to 7. Okay, so pages 237 and 2245. Okay, yeah. Okay. So what are the learning outcomes for this discussion? So number one, you'll be able to differentiate capillary puncture from venipuncture. Okay. Another one, identify and explain the significance of the different material used in capillary puncture. Also discuss the procedure. Okay. Also analyze the importance of blood smear in the clinical laboratory and identify the factors that affect blood smear quality. Okay, so these are the learning outcomes. Okay. Now, what is a capillary puncture? Okay. So, capillary puncture, or also known as skin puncture, yung sinasabi nila yung prick. Yan. Yan. So, skin or finger puncture, pwede rin. So, usually, it's done in the finger. Yan. If adult, okay, or medyo malaki na yung pasyente. So, or rather, baby, pwede rin sa baby. So, this is a recommended method for, okay, so, obtaining blood, especially from young children and infants. Yan. So, okay. And sample is collected is capillary blood. Okay. So, what the difference between blood from capillary and venipuncture? Okay. So, note guys that a blood coming from capillary, okay, they are a mixture of venules, arterioles, capillaries, and interstitial and intracellular fluids. Okay. So, they also contain a higher portion of arterial blood, okay, compared to venous blood, especially when warm. Take note of the term guys, warm ba, not heat. Okay? So baby to, infants, mapapaso yung bata. Okay? Yan. Because, warming the area increases arterial flow. So naging increase yung arterial flow in that area kung saan wina-warm. Okay? So that's why yan. Okay? Mas mataas na nga yung arterial blood doon compare sa venous, tapos additional warming procedure pa, lalong tataas doon. Okay? So nakaka-affect ba sa testing yan, sir? No. Okay? So hindi siya nakaka-affect sa testing because especially in our side. Okay? So CBC hindi naman kailangan na ano yun, hindi naman kailangan na venous, strictly venous siya. Okay? Or strictly arterial blood. So, materials that you are going to use, syempre, alcohol pad, okay, gauze pad, okay, so heel warmer, yan, yan, or your warming device, okay, contact activated, so also microtainer tubes, okay, capillary tubes, okay, especially for blood culture, for blood gas rather. Slides, syempre later on for your blood smear. And syempre hindi mawawala. Sharps collector. Yan. And syempre micro pore. Yan. Now, there are different types of lancet. So, are you familiar with this one, guys? I know some of you bumili ng ganito. Okay, yan. Henry Okay. So, okay. So usually, this is the previously yung mga bago pa yung contact activated yan. Ito muna. Okay. So hindi naman siya ganun kaluma. Okay. Mas luma pa rin yung mga feather lancet yan. Okay. So mas nauna lang siya ng konti. And mas upgraded ng konti kay feather lancet. Yan. Okay. So usually guys, although this is used for diabetic people, especially if you are going to check the sugar. Okay. Capillary blood sugar tawag nila dyan. Okay. So, yung prick lang guys, are you familiar with that guys? Yung prick lang tapos papatak lang sa isang parang glucometer. Yan. Okay. So, yan. Parang ganun lang siya. Pwede siyang gamitin to. Kasi it only needs a small amount of blood. Konting patak lang. Okay? So, you might notice guys because the needle in this type of lancet is quite small. Okay? So, hindi siya ganun kalalim. So, do not expect na if you use this, you will get a good amount of blood. Okay? So, and this one, okay, for sure nakita nyo rin to, is like lancet pen. Okay. So, lancet pen, and this is also for monitoring, usually used for monitoring yung sugar level. Okay. Now, the disadvantage, okay, for this one, okay, or rather, that's advantage muna. Okay. So, advantage is you can calibrate or change the depth. Okay. Na-adjust siya. Ito, yung depth niya. Okay, kung gaano siya kalalim yung pagtusok niya na-adjust. Okay. So, disadvantage guys, okay, since this is not disposable, eh, mahal to, hindi pwede hindi to isang gamitan lang. Okay, so reusable siya. Okay. Yung pen lang guys, hindi yung needle. Okay. So, pinapalitan yung needle sa loob. Okay, hindi yung pen. Yung pen, tama, yung pen as is, yung needle hindi. Okay, so the disadvantage niya, aside na reusable siya to, okay, so if you did not clean this properly guys, blood may enter in this part. Okay, so dapat every time you are changing the needle, okay, or every use talaga, hindi lang every time you change the needle, every use, okay, you need to clean the part yung sa lancet pen. Okay, yan siya. Okay. And this one, ito. Okay. So, this is used to be my favorite. Okay. Si Feather Lancet. Okay. Feather Lancet. Yan. Okay. So, all this is not, guys, not recommended na. Okay. So, in this time, but still meron pa rin because until now, meron pa rin nagbebenta ng ganito. So, meaning, there is still a demand. Okay. So, bakit siya not recommended? Okay. Take note, guys. Ito, tapos ito, okay. Both of them, okay. The depth, okay, of the puncture wound, okay, nakasalalay sa medtech or phlebotomist na nagpa-puncture. Okay. Especially ito. Okay. Sir, saan mas masakit? Ito or ito? Tingin nyo, guys. Ano mas masakit? Si number 1 or si number 2? Oo, yan, both daw sabi ni Pidlawan. Pakasensitibo mo naman. Okay? So, actually number 2, mas masakit si Feather Lancet. Okay? So, again, as I've said, nakadepend sa Flevo or Medtech yung lalim. So, pwede siyang hindi malalim kung medyo mahiyain yung Medtech. Pwede naman sobrang lalim siya if galit yung Medtech sa'yo. Okay? Yan. Kung galit siya sa'yo, malamang. Okay? Mas malalim yan. May kasama pang minsan ikot yan. Okay, iikutin. Pagka tusok, iikutin yung feather lancet para dumugo ng marami. Okay? So yung mga lumang ano yun, usually lalo ng mga doktor, yung mga pedyan, dami kong nakikita gumagat pag nagkumukuha ng dugo. Using this one dati sa pinag-intern akong hospital. Pag tusok nito, sabay ikot. So, eh, ewan ko lang kung bakit trip nila yan. Okay? So, actually, mas masakit to. Kaya nakadepende siya sa tumutusok talaga. Okay? Problema dyan kung mahiyain eh. Killing me softly ka. Kasi kung mahiyain guys, minsan, pagtusok, walang dugo. So, tutusok ulit. Okay? So, nagkagaya. Yan, maigi pa yung isang ano lang. Mas gusto ko pa yung galit. Kasi isang tusok ka na lang. Okay? So, currently guys, ito na yung um, uh, recommended. Okay? And also the other one, yung eto. Yan. Actually, eto, mas maganda rin to. Okay? So, okay. So, contact activated. Okay? Yan. So, isang click mo lang guys. Okay? May lalabas na nakarayom dito. Tapos, automatic mag-retract. Okay? So, it has different, ano guys, depth. So, kung gaano siya ka-deep, okay? Depending on the color. Okay? I'm not familiar with this one. Alam ko, isa lang to eh. Hindi with this brand. Ito lang yung familiar ko with this brand. Okay? So, usual yung nagamit to ito. Yung blue one for adult to eh. Okay? Pink and yung lavender Pedia. So, mas mababaw to guys yung Pedia compare sa adult. Mas malalim yung adult eh. So, bakit siya contact activated? Actually, you will also use this one in your on-site. May second week of May kasi online yung natapat for after after semifinals online yun eh. So, sabay-sabay nyo gagawin yan pagbalik next week nun sa on-site. Okay? So, bakit siya contact activated? Okay. As the name implies guys, contact activated. Okay. It activates upon contact. Okay. Anong yung sinasabi ko dyan, sir? Okay. So, tanggalin nyo lang to. Eto. Ipupush nyo yung body. Okay. Para lumabas yung needle dito. Okay. Ipupush nyo sa against sa skin para lumabas yung needle nito. Okay. Okay. So, ito yung difference nila. Ito kasi i-click mo siya eh. Yan. May ipipress mo yung button para lumabas yung needle. Ito, yung body mismo, yung ipi-push mo sa skin. Okay, so but both of them have a what you call this fix yung depth. Fix na. Okay, hindi siya nagbabago. Unlike dito, nakasalalay yan sa medtech. Kung gaano kalalim or gaano kababaw. Okay, so yan siya. Okay, so take note guys, disposable din to ha. Baka iniisip nyo, pag-click ay pwede pa yan. No, okay? One click lang to. Disposable yan. Also this one, disposable din yan. One click lang yan. One time, big time. After that, di mo na pwedeng gamitin. Magre-retract kasi yan guys, babalik siya dito yung karayom. Okay. So, don't worry, papakita ko. Ito yung available natin. Okay, so you will have the chance to use that one. Okay. So again, for your materials, antiseptic pad, warming device, lancet, last lines. Okay. 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 Now, to whom is capillary puncture performed, guys? Okay, so you have one mainly performed, guys, but not exclusive. Okay, so infants or little children, then adults with collapse or hard to find veins. Or pwede rin if that particular patient has a phobia. I have a patient na ganyan guys dati. Mabait naman siya. Actually, laki ng ugat niya. The problem is, natatakot siya sa needle talaga. Okay, so, nag-request siya, since CBC lang din yung pinapagawa, lagi, complete blood count. Okay, so, request siya kung pwede, capillary puncture. So, syempre, pagbigyan namin. Okay, so, okay. So, actually, kayo mas masakit pa nga minsan yung capillary puncture compare sa belly. Pag napansin niya, pag medyo tumagal-tagal kayo dyan, mapapansin mo yan, okay? So, mas masakit yung capillary puncture because, syempre, fingers have many nerve endings dyan, guys. Okay? So, mga ano dyan, talagang masakit siya. Yan. So, ganyang instances. Syempre, pagbigyan na, kaya naman eh, CBC lang naman. Okay? So, these are the typical patients. Okay. So, question, is capillary puncture allowed for all tests, guys? Allowed ba lahat? Anyone? Sabi ni Henry, hindi. How about the rest? Si Eliza, no. How about the rest? Okay, so actually, short answer, no. Okay, so hindi siya allowed because, again, you are going to collect only a very little amount, guys. Usually, ano yan, CBC microtainer, guys, yung eto, if I can, asan na yung picture? Eto, sorry, excuse. Yung eto, guys, this is 500 microliters. Okay. So, 0.5 ml to in short. Okay. Yan. So, konti lang yan. 0.5 ml. This one is also 0.5. Usually, this one, yung amber, is 0.6. Okay. Yan. Including the uh, gel separator. May serum separator to, guys. So, hindi siya pa pwede sa lahat. Okay. So, especially this type of testing, coagulation testing, hindi pwede, ESR, blood culture, and many more. So, yan. Okay. So, hindi siya, ito lang guys example but not limited to, especially if you are going to collect a usually mga big volume. When I say big volume, guys, bigger volume, yung mga 5 to 10 ml, 15 ml, yan, diba? So, imagine 20 ml, tapos kukulik mo capillary puncture, good luck talaga sa'yo, okay? Puputi lang yung buhok mo, tignan natin kung makakakulik ka ng 20 ml dyan, okay? So, hindi pwede, hindi siya possible. Okay? Worst case scenario, baka clotted na yung sample mo. Okay. So, hindi pwede sa lahat. Again, these are example but not limited to. Hindi naman yung patient or usually patient magpapapa-blood test isa-isa eh. Diba? Ano yun, masokista. Ngayon CBC, bukas sodium lang, tapos kinabukasan potassium. Wala pa akong na-encounter ganyan. Okay? So, usually sa bayan yan. Okay? Isang extra cut. Unless na lang may nakalimutan yung doktor. So, siya. Okay. Now, what are the sites for skin puncture? Okay. For neonatal, guys, neonates, baby or infants, okay, so it can either be done heel prick, guys, or sa toe, okay, or sa finger, pwede rin. Okay, so pag heel prick, okay, so it can either be lateral or medial surface of the plantar side of the heel. Okay, so lateral, okay, si lateral guys, if this is the heel, okay, eto si lateral. That is your lateral gilid. Pag medial, gitna. Okay. Now, take note guys, by practice or technically, it is recommended to be, most of the time, you use lateral compare kay medial. Okay. So, bakit recommended si lateral compare kay medial? Now, one reason guys is the medial part, yung gitna, yung etong part guys, it is closer to the bone. Okay. Closer to the bone. Yan. Okay. So, pag na-injured mo yung bone guys, delikado yan, especially pag infants. Okay. So, this may lead to your osteomyelitis. Yung inflammation of the bone. Yan. Okay. Myelitis. Okay. So, or osteochondritis. Okay. Inflammation of the cartilage. Okay. So, delikado. Okay. Also, in the medial part, guys, there is a presence, okay, of artery near sa medial part. Okay. So, talagang we always choose the lateral part. Ito yung pinaka-safe na extra cut, okay, for babies. Yan. Again, it is closer to the bone. Si medial lang. So, pag, ano to guys, infants or neonates? Infants or neonates. Okay. Now, how about if you are talking about sa, what you call this, fingers naman. Let's say, pag medyo malaki-laki na. Okay. So, big children or adult. Okay. So, the good side is the fleshy portion of the middle or ring finger. Okay. As much as possible, non-dominant hand. Kasi syempre yan yung hindi niya ginagamit pang sulat. As much as possible lang, non-dominant hand. Okay. Syempre pag na-aksidente yung isa, kunyari isang kamay lang, wala ka talagang choice. Diba? So, nag-request siya, isa lang kamay niya. Na-aksidente siya previously. Okay, so yan, request niya capillary puncture. Syempre, wala kang choice. Doon ka pa rin talaga mag-prick. Okay? Yan. So, ito siya. Middle or ring finger. Okay. So, bakit hindi index? Okay. So, medyo makalyo or callous. Okay. And also sensitive siya sa pain. Si index. Okay. Ito, may, aside from na makalyo din to, possible makalyo siya, may kasamang pulso. So, meaning may artery. Okay. So, that's why delikado. Si pinky, yung pinakamaliit, since this is the smallest one, guys, usually it is near the bone din, si pinky. So, pinaka-advisable talaga, middle or ring finger. Medyo makapal-kapal yung ano dyan, yung fleshy portion. Yung mga flesh na. Okay? So, eto guys. Okay? So, in puncturing guys, okay? So, puncturing by the finger. So, sorry. This is the lateral pala guys. And this is the medial. Okay, correction lang. Okay. So, lateral, palabas, medial, towards the center. So, correction. Okay? So, when puncturing guys, okay, especially later on, you'll go sa exercise, okay? Sa on-site rather, okay? So, may certain position yan guys of puncture wound. Okay. Now, as you can see guys, you have your groove lines here. Nakikita nyo guys, yung picture. Kita nyo ba? May groove lines. Now, what can you notice about the puncture wound? Yung eto, yung pula. What can you notice guys? Puncture wound and groove lines, what can you notice? Oh, sabi ni Maria Daniela, opposite direction to the groove lines. How about the rest? Wala na? Ano napansin nyo? Yung iba, baka nakatulog na dyan na. Sige nga, magtawag na tayo. O, Kayla. Kayla? Can you,
Yes
Oh.
po, sir.
what do you notice with the puncture site, puncture wound, and the groove lines of the fingers? Ano napansin niyo? Ito, may picture na nga. Oh. Ano to? Ito yung puncture wound. Tapos ito yung tawag dyan, groove lines. So ano siya? Oh, balikan natin. O, Jana, Sofia.
Parang upward position po siya.
Upward position. Okay. Sabi ni Henry, line, yung pattern po ng line hindi align. Sabi ni Isaiah naman, toward the center. Sabi ni Eliza, perpendicular to the groove lines. Sabi ni Roshan, yung line po directs down to the center. Okay? So, actually guys, okay, the puncture wound is against the groove lines. Okay. So, against the groove lines, or in short guys, they are positioned perpendicularly, hindi parallel. Hindi parallel. Okay, so perpendicular sa groove line. So meaning if yung groove lines papunta dito, okay, yung puncture wound dapat against. So perpendicular, pag ganyan. Okay. So what is the rationale between that one? Okay. Now if the puncture puncture wound is made perpendicular, guys, let's say, ganito yung groove lines, tapos yung tusok mo ganito din, perpendicular siya, sinasabayan niya yung groove lines. Okay? Now, blood, will not form a bead. Okay? Beads, di ba? Bead circle. Di ba? Yung sutra ng bead circle. So, hindi siya magpo-form ng bead. Okay? Rather, it will flow down with the groove lines. So, in short, magiging messy yung pag-extract nyo nito, guys. Mahihirapan ka mag-collect kasi hindi siya magpo-form ng bead eh. Okay? So, instead na bibilog siya dito para madaling o-collect, kakalat siya ng bonggang-bongga dito sa kamay, guys. So, messy. Okay? So, kaka-affect ba sa resulta yan, sir? Possible. Okay? So, it will especially complete blood count, guys. Okay? So, it might activate platelets. Okay? So, possible platelet clumping. Worst case scenario, clotted yung sample. Okay? But for CBC. So, that's why you should always do perpendicular. So, kindly check nga. Check nyo nga yung finger, groove line sa finger. Okay? Tignan mo, alalahanin mo kung anong dapat position na itusok yan ng kapartner mo sa on-site. Oo, yan. Alalahanin mo kung paano yan tutusukan. Okay. So, sir, question pala. Paano namin malalaman kung perpendicular yan o parallel? Okay, so, kung ito yung gamit namin na puncturing device, ito. Yan. Okay. So, paano namin malalaman dito, sir? Okay. So, usually, hindi mo siya malalaman, guys, kung titignan mo yung needle because the needle is inside eh. So, hindi mo siya malalaman. So, paano mo siya malalaman kung magiging parallel siya? Okay. So, take note, guys. Have you noticed, guys, parang may kurbada dito. May curve siya. Ayan. Itong part. Napansin nyo, may curve siya. Okay? So, meaning, pag na ganito yung position, guys, okay, yung itsura ng blade, nakaganyan. Kumbaga, naka-side view din sa, kasi, eto naka-side view eh. So, yung blade naka-side view. Nagigets niyo? Nakukuha niyo yung point. Okay? So, again, naka-side view siya, di ba? So, yung blade, naka-side view din yan. Nakuha, guys? So, kung ang view mo, okay, kung ito, ipahiga mo siya, let's say nakahiga siyang parang paganyan, yung itsura ng blade, nakaganyan din yan, guys, nakahiga siya. Sorry. So, meaning, ito yung tatandaan nyo, guys. Oh. Oo. Yung grooves na yan, okay, na parang hawakan. So, yan yung tatandaan mo. Okay. So, meaning, kung nakatayo to, also, ito din, pwede rin, yung takip. Usually, yung takip talaga nakaganito yung position. So, if yung takip nakaganyan, side view, meaning yung blade side view din. Okay? Think of this as side view, a blade din yung, imagine mo na lang yung takip blade para madali mo matandaan. So, kung ganito naka-side view, yung blade naka-side view din yan. Kung nakahiga siya, yung blade nakahiga din yan. Nakuha, guys? Nakuha, hindi. Nag-guess nyo ba? Okay, so don't worry. Mas makukuha nyo yan pag nasa, na tayo, on-site. Okay. So, dyan yung siya malalaman. Okay. Okay. So, syempre kung feather lancet gamit nyo, alam mo na kung saan siya. Kitang-kita na eh. yan, ito. Siya. Okay. So, pero ito yung gagamitin natin. Okay. So, dito yan usually hindi nila alam kung anong posisyon ng needle, kung nakahiga ba to. Yan. Syempre, knowing the position of the needle, guys, is crucial in doing a perpendicular puncture. Ayan. So, paano mo lalaman na straight yan? Di ba? Okay? So, baka pagtusok mo parallel lang. Okay? So, dapat perpendicular. Okay? So, yan. Okay? So, again, pag parallel, magiging messy. Okay? This may result to clotted sample, also hemolysis. Or hemolyze yung sample, pwede yan. Pag kumalat yung dugo dito, yan. Malat yan. Nahihirapan ka mag-collect yan. Okay, take note guys, especially if you are later on going to handle children or babies, infants, yan. Ano yan guys, kahit anong gawin mo diyan guys, magwawala talaga yan. Okay, so minsan meron diyan na nagko-collect ka, maya-maya i-close niya yung arm niya, yung hands niya. Meron yan, okay? So, magugulat ka, di ba? So, usually yan, kailangan maayos yung hawak niyo yan. Okay? So, pag hindi na maayos hawak mo, tapos hindi pa perpendicular, nagparallel ka, ang messy na nga ng pag-collect mo, lalong magiging messy yan kasi gumagalaw si patient. Okay, hindi mo yan maiwasan guys. Baby, infants yan, or bata, gagalaw talaga yan. Okay, so be, ano yan, take note of that guys, mga consideration. Okay, now, let's go over with the procedure. Okay, so number 1 is to review the test request. Syempre, properly identify the patient. Identification of the patient in capillary puncture, guys, is also the same with venipuncture lang din. Okay, same lang sila. Okay, so ask for possible restrictions if meron. So, fasting period if meron. Sir, pwede yan, sir, si fasting blood sugar. Okay, so pwede. Pwede siya pag sugar. Pag sugar lang. Ayan. Pag cholesterol, ay doubt. Mukhang malabo. Medyo maraming medyo uhaw sa serum yung cholesterol test. Okay? So, sana test hands. Then, position the patient. Okay. Now, if you are going to extract from the finger, okay, now, patient sitting, dapat nakaupo, okay, with palm facing up. Okay, palm facing up, especially if you are going to collect for capillary tubes. Okay, capillary tubes. Okay, so, yan. Okay, facing up. Okay, capillary tubes. But when you go to microtainer na guys, okay, that is the time when you face down na siya. Okay. So face down and let gravity do its work. Okay, so bakit face up, sir, pag what you call this, pag capillary tubes? Okay, para makita nyo guys kung nagfo-flow yung blood or hindi. Okay. So mahirapan ka if naka-face down yung hands mismo. Okay. So, yan. Okay. Now for heel, okay, extraction guys. Okay, heel prick. Now, okay, patient, other, okay. Baby, naka-lie down, okay, especially infants, and make sure guys to cover the body of the baby. Now, if possible, kung may kasama ka, better. Okay, usually kung parents, it may vary depending on the institution guys. Okay. So, merong ibang institution na pinapalabas nila yung magulang. Okay. Tapos sila yung nag-extract. Merong ganyan. Okay. So, others, like, yung ginagawa namin sa St. Luke's, kahit yung parents nandiyan. Okay. So, talagang ano ka talaga, ingat na ingat ka. Okay. Yan. Careful ka dyan guys. Especially yung mga first time parents. Yung mga first time parents, sila yung mga medyo sensitibo eh. Lalo na yung tatay. So yung mga tatay, usually, konting iyak lang. Matagal pa ba? Gaganon yan, usually. Yan. So, minsan lumalabas na lang kasi hindi niya kaya. Okay. So, ayan, mga scenario. Totoo yan guys. Usually, yung mga first time parents, lalo na yung tatay. Yan. So, mas sensitibo sila compare sa nanay. I mean, not all Ganyan. So, yung iba, lie down. Yan. Kailangan may tagahawak guys yung baby para hindi siya masyadong magpupumiglas. And as much as possible, soft bed. Tapos, yung malayo sa pader guys Hindi mo alam kasi minsan pag pumiglas siya, baka matumama yung ulo ni baby sa pader. Delikado. So, maganda pa rin may tagahawak talaga. Yan. Usually, binabalot sa kumot siya guys, si baby, tapos hinawakan na yung katawan. So, tapos collect. So, yan, mga certain scenarios. Okay. So, if you need to warm the site guys, kung meron, okay, so warm it 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, so apart from warming, I mean, apart from the increase of arterial blood, okay, so it will also increase blood flow in that area pag warm, if applicable. Okay, now in some institution, they have parang bulb. Okay. Are you familiar with that bulb guys? Medyo mainit siya. Yung parang sa manok. Pero hindi yung sa manok talaga na ginagamit for medical purposes siya. Meron yan instead of this one. Kasi medyo hassle kasi ito Because you need to, tawag dyan, iwa-warm mo siya bago gamitin. So, kain oras. So, yung the rest, yung ginagawa, is yung ilaw na lang. Meron yan na bulb siya. Okay. So, yun yung usual ginagamit ngayon. Tinatapat lang yung ilaw at the site mismo kung saan ka mag-extract for 3 to 5 minutes. Then, clean the puncture site. Siyempre, prepare the material. Okay. So, puncture the patient, guys. Okay, take note that the depth should be not more than 2 millimeters, guys. Okay. Pag 2 millimeters na, guys, again, possible injury sa bone. Especially pag heel prick. Okay, so, even sa fingers din. Okay. Not more than 2 millimeters. Okay. So, ano nga ang dalawang condition kanina na mention ko? If there is a injury sa bone. O Maria Daniela?
Osteomyelitis or osteochondritis po.
And osteochondritis. Magkaiba yung dalawa. Okay? So, yes, very good. Osteomyelitis and osteochondritis. Those are two possible scenarios wherein the bone ma-injure siya. Okay? And wipe the first drop of blood. Bakit wipe the first drop of blood, guys? Okay, take note, guys, that the first drop of blood, anong iwa-wipe natin dito, sir? Alcohol? No, please do not wipe with alcohol, guys. Yung first drop of blood, yung iba dyan, medyo minsan natataranta. Okay? Winipe niya, alcohol. Yan. Siyempre, mahapdi yun. Okay? Aside from mahapdi, it may cause hemolysis yung alcohol. Now, bakit wina-wipe? Okay? Take note, first drop of blood is contaminated with tissue fluid. Okay, so it is contaminated with tissue fluids. See? First drop of blood. So that's why we wipe it with a clean cotton. Yan. Or gauze. Yan. So, wipe lang guys. Simpleng wipe lang. Then, you collect the next drop. Diyan ka magko-collect. Okay, so again, wipe the first drop of blood. Do not collect it, agad-agad. Okay. So, yan yung mga things to consider. So, not more than 2 millimeter. Wipe first drop of blood. First drop of blood. Okay, so warm if kailangan. So, also guys, warming guys is good for pH and blood gas sample. Pag prick yan. So, usual naman pag blood gas, daga artery talaga yung mga respiratory therapist. But if prick gusto, ayan. So, warm siya talaga. Okay. Now, again, without touching the skin, kasi na-disinfect nyo na. So, collect the blood using capillary tube, glass slide, or micro collection container. Okay. Now, in collection, guys, do not use scooping or scraping motion. Yung parang nag-scrape ka ng ano mo dyan, guys, sa finger. Okay? So, do not use that kind of motion. Okay? So, why? Because scraping the collector, okay? So, may again activate platelet causing them to clump. Okay, so it can also again result to hemolyze or contaminate the specimen. So just let the gravity do its work, guys. So let the gravity do its work lang. Okay, so konting gentle pinch. Okay. Do not press it, guys. Yung sobrang press diin dito sa finger, sobrang pagmi-milk of the fingers can also lead to an hemolyzed sample. Yan. So, yan. Kasi, yung eto, guys, parang may scoop to, guys, sa loob eh. Okay, so, yung bunganga nito, microtainer tubes, parang scoop yan, guys. Eh. So, parang ganyan yung itsura niya. Tapos, gaganyan siya. So, ito yung pang-scoop niya. Yan. So, ito yung pang-scoop niya. Ayan, itong part. So, ganyan yung itsura nito. Pag tinuha mo yung cup. So, syempre, dito yung yung dugo dapat na dito. Pang-collect mo siya. Okay, so order of draw. Now, this is different with your venipuncture. Okay. So, first on the list is blood gas specimen. Okay, blood gas or heparinize yung tubes. Okay. Sorry. So, this is followed by after ng blood gas, slides, then after EDTA, sample, and lastly, other additive specimen. Okay. So, again, blood gas, slides, EDTA, other additives specimen. Okay. So, yan. So, what can you notice, guys, in the order of draw for capillary puncture? Ano notice niyo? Blood gas, slides, EDTA, and other additive specimen. In that manner, ano napansin? Anyone? Okay. So, take note, guys, that the manner of collecting in capillary puncture, okay, is from the most, okay, negatively affected by clot, okay, to least negatively affected by clot. Yan. So, unahin mo talaga yung affected, masyadong affected ng clot. Okay? So, ano bang yung mga masyadong affected ng clot? Anticoagulated samples or test tubes rather. Slides. Okay, so gagawa ka ng smear. Kung clotted na yung smear, guys, yung blood, drop of blood, hindi ka makakagawa ng smear na maayos yun. Okay. So, that's why least affected si pinakahuli. From most negatively affected to least negatively affected. Like this one or this one. Okay. So, this one kasi guys, pinapaklat mo talaga to eh. Yan. Kailangan talaga mag-clot. So, least negatively affected by clot siya. Okay. And, syempre, ayan pa. Serum specimen. Okay. Yan. Panghuli si serum. Okay. So, blood gas, slides, EDTA, yan. Other additive specimen, and pinakauli, serum. Yan. So, again, most negatively affected by clot to least negatively affected by clot, which is yung serum sample. This is the manner of collection in the capillary puncture. So, take note guys, dapat medyo mabilisan ka mag-collect dito. Pag medyo mabagal, tendency is possible, mataas yung chances na mag-clot yung sample. So, baka sa ADTA pa lang, wala na. Clotted na. Then after that, place a gauze pad and apply pressure. Label all samples. Ganon din yung pag-label niyan guys. Discard all used materials. Siyempre, do not forget to thank the patient. Okay, so, ito, check natin yung video guys. Para may idea din kayo kung paano ginagawa. Ito ba? Ay, wait lang.
The sides to promote circulation. If the finger is very cold, you can immerse it in warm water or warm it with warm towels. Clean the site with alcohol and let it air dry. Puncturing skin that's wet with alcohol is painful and can hemolyze the specimen. With your non-dominant index finger and thumb, hold the patient's finger on the sides near the puncture site. This gives you better control of the puncture, which you'll perform with your dominant hand. Hold the safety lancet against the patient's finger and press the button to activate the needle or blade. After puncturing the skin at a specific depth, it'll automatically retract. Next, dispose of the lancet in the sharps container. With clean, sterile gauze, wipe away the first drop of blood. It contains tissue fluid, which may alter the test results. Apply gentle pressure, let up, then reapply the pressure. This intermittent pressure helps the blood flow freely. Don't squeeze too hard. Forceful squeezing frees fluid that dilutes the blood, causing inaccurate results. Express a large drop of blood and touch the end of the tube to it, not to the finger. Fill the capillary tube about...
Ayan, take note guys. So, attach yung capillary sa or tube sa blood lang, hindi sa finger.
3/4 full, or to the indicator line if it has one. Pre-sealed end down, tip the tube. When the blood flows down and touches the sealant, hold the tube for 30 seconds to allow it to seal automatically. Wipe the patient's finger with a clean, sterile gauze pad. Express another large drop of blood and fill a microtainer. Don't touch the container to the finger. If more blood is needed, wipe the puncture with sterile gauze and gently squeeze another drop. Then cap the microtainer tube.
500 microliters or 0.5 ml.
When collection is complete, apply pressure to the puncture site. The patient may be able to help with this step. Be sure to label the containers. Sealed capillary tubes can be placed in a red top tube, which is then labeled. The microtainers can be placed in a zipper lock biohazard bag that is then labeled. Check the patient for bleeding and clean the site if traces of blood are visible. Apply a non-allergenic bandage. Disinfect the work area. Use the biohazard waste container to dispose of blood-contaminated material.
Check natin yung isa. May heel prick. Wait lang guys. Kahit pa paano may idea kayo.
There is good blood flow to the sampling site. Disinfect the puncture area. Make an incision.
Eto guys, the device that they are using is what you call seam plate. Okay, so usually depende sa brand. Alam ko Surgicat lang yung available dito sa Pinas. So, yeah, pwede rin siya gamitin. Meron yung adult sa Capedia. So, anong advantage niyan? Yung wound, puncture wound niya guys, instead na medyo medyo mahaba to yung puncture wound yan guys eh. Okay? So, that's why good yield ng dugo. Okay? Usually yung seam plate ginagamit for bleeding time dito sa Pinas. Madalang lang ginagamit pang prick ng BP. Ito seam plate.
Of maximum 2 millimeters depth on the plantar surface of the heel.
Kaya pansin nyo, medyo mahaba yan.
Wipe off the first drop of blood. Hold one end of the capillary tube horizontally into the forming blood drops, filling the tube and keeping air out. If blood is not forming freely, very gently squeeze the lower leg and ankle. Carefully seal the incision site. Mix the sample thoroughly by inverting it slowly. Using a magnet enhances the mixing. Label the capillary tube with patient ID and immediately.
So, for blood gas siya. Okay. So, collection for other tubes, same principle pa rin. Okay, so let's continue here. Blood smear preparation. Because this is also part of venipuncture procedure, guys. There are tests na you need to do or collect or mix smear rather pala. Okay, so the very common method okay, of doing blood smear. Okay, so of course you will need glass slides. Okay, two glass slides. Okay, clean. Okay, clean glass slides dapat guys. Okay, so wala siyang kung anong ano ba. So clean. The other glass slide is for the spreader guys. Ito yung pang spread mo ng blood. Okay. Now this technique guys is what you call your push type wedge preparation. Okay. Push type wedge preparation kasi itutulak mo yan guys papunta dyan. Okay. Para makagawa ka ng smear ng ganito. Okay. Push type wedge preparation. Okay. Now, what is the procedure in making a thin blood smear? Okay. So, okay. So, now, take note guys, you need to use a drop of blood. Okay. So, need a spreader, another smear or another slide. Okay. The angle of the spreader should be 30 to 45 degrees. Okay. Yung eto guys, yan. Yung angle nito is 30 to 45 degrees. Okay. Yan yung angle niya. Okay. So, okay. For you to make a blood smear guys, okay. Bakit spreader ang tawag? Okay. So, drop of blood to guys. This is the drop of blood. Okay. So, for a smear guys, yung spreader, kunyari ito yung sa slide. Okay. So, if si-spread mo guys yung drop of blood in this scenario, ganyan. I-spread mo siya muna bago mo siya itulak. I-push the spreader forward along the glass slide. So, paano mo siya itutulak? Mag-spread. Okay, yung i-push yung spreader. Okay? So, si spreader guys, imagine, ito yung spreader mo, isang glass slide, another glass slide. Okay? You will push it down, okay, against sa glass slide. Okay, again, if this is the drop of blood, let's say slide to, tapos ito yung drop of blood, lalagay mo yung smear dito, tapos itutulak mo siya papunta dito guys. Pag tinulak mo siya papunta dito, tendency is yung drop of blood mag-spread. Yung drop of blood mag-spread. Okay. So, mag-spread siya. Okay. So, pag na-spread mo na siya, okay, so, that is the time na you push the spreader forward along the surface of the glass in a smooth, continuous motion, guys. Smooth, continuous motion dapat. Hindi yung paputol-putol ka. Kasi kung paputol-putol ka, guys, let's say nag-aalangan ka, so, tendency is, alanganin din yung magagawa mong smear. So, yan. Okay. Now, the length of the thin blood smear must be 2/3 or 3/4 of the slide. So, 2/3 or 3/4 of the slide. And the drop of, blood pala guys, etong drop of blood, okay, so, is 2 to 3 millimeters in diameter. Okay, yung drop of blood. 2 to 3 millimeters in diameter, yung drop of blood. Okay. So, then, once na-spread mo na siya, ganitong itsura, yan, allow it to dry. Air dry lang agad, guys. Then, properly label the blood smear using a pencil. Okay. This time, guys, pencil yung gagamitin nyo, not ink or pen. Okay. Bakit? Take note, guys. In blood smear, guys, after na ma-dry na si blood smear, you are going to stain the blood smear. Okay. Especially, ito yung gagamitin mo, right? Stain. Okay. Yan. So, and part of that right stain is your methyl alcohol or your methanol, methyl alcohol, or yung fixative niya. Okay? So, or methanol. Okay? So, this might bleed pwede mag-bleed yung ink. Worst case scenario, mabura yung ink. Magugulat ka lang pag after mo ng stain, wala nang label. Diba? Oh, walang label. Okay? So, yan. That's why pencil to, guys. Take note, thin blood smear to, ha? Okay, sa glass slide yung pagsulat. Okay? Hindi pencil, hindi pen or si Sharpie or anything na may ink. Kasi mag-bleed yung ink. Worst case scenario, mariremove talaga totally yung ink. That's why pencil lang. Okay? So, anong sinasabi kong ipupush, guys? Ayan, no? Okay, push against sa smear. So, again, ito yung blood. Take note, guys. Huwag mo ilagay yung smear dito, direkta, ha? Hindi yan. Hindi yan magsismear ng maayos. Dito mo. Ah, so, yun yung bali ng iba. Pinapatong talaga yung slide dito. So, hindi siya mag-spread ng maayos. So, pag i-push mo dito, mag-spread siya. Then, forward motion. Pag umabot na sa dulo, guys, forward motion na. Ito, followed by that one. That's why push wedge type technique. And okay. Ayan, itsura. Okay? So, what are the features of a well-made smear, guys? Well-made smear, rather. Peripheral blood smear. Okay. So, one is, again, the film is 2/3 or 3/4 the length of the slide. So, yan. 2/3 or 3/4 yung blood film. Okay. The length of the slide. Now, the film is finger or tongue shape. Okay. So, the lateral edges of the films are visible. Nakikita. Smooth without irregularities, whole or streak. Yan dapat. That's why you need to use a clean, dry glass slide. When the slide is held up to the light, the thin portion, tinatawag natin feathery edge, okay, may rainbow appearance. Okay, so asan yung feathery edge? Ito yung usually, guys, ditong part yan nakikita. See? Yung dulong part, si feathery edge. Okay. So, and the whole drop of blood is picked up and spread. Okay. So, these are the irregularities. So, this is a well-made peripheral blood smear. Okay. So, ito yan, guys. Iba-iba yan. Okay. So, you have ito. What are the reasons? Si letter A, chip or rough edge. Okay. Letter B naman, hesitation. Yan. So, nag-alanganin ka. So, putol-putol din siya. Okay. Yan. Letter C. Okay. So, spreader slide. Push too quickly. Letter D, too small yung drop of blood. Letter E, yung drop of blood not allowed to spread across with the slide. Okay, atat na atat siya. So, letter E. So, letter F, ano naman, it can either be dirt or may grease on the slide. Okay, so, may grease, medyo mantika, hindi malinis. Also, due to elevated lipids in the blood specimen. If may hyperlipidemia, wala ka talagang magagawa. Yun na siya. Okay? So, you need to, adjust. Ikaw yung mag-adjust. Okay? Letter G, uneven pressure. Yan. At nangyayari yan, guys. Ito common nito. Uneven pressure. Yung paghila mo papunta dito. And H, time delay. So, yung drop of blood, nag-start na mag-clot. So, hindi ka na siya. Nag-dry na siya, nag-clot. So, hindi ka na makagawa ng smear na maayos. Okay. Now, things to consider. in preparation of blood smear. Okay, so take note of the word pass. So P, pressure, angle, size, and speed. Now, if you decrease the pressure, increase the angle, increase the size, increase the speed, you will get a fixed smear. So, especially yung angle nito, guys. Okay? So, you will get a fixed smear. Okay? So, that's why you need to adjust the angle. Now, if for baliktad naman, increase the pressure, increase yung angle, increase yung size, increase din yung, decrease yung speed, decrease yung size, decrease yung angle, you will get a thin smear. Adjust nyo, guys. Okay. So, especially with this spreader to, guys, positioning of the spreader slide. Okay. So, dapat sakto-sakto lang yung drop of blood, you guys. Now, the drop of blood can also affect the thin blood smear preparation. Usually, pag mas makapal yung drop of blood, okay, so pag drop of blood, guys, especially pag mas makapal, okay, you need to increase the angle. Okay. Because if you decrease the angle, guys, kung i-decrease yung angle ng spreader tapos makapal, marami yung drop of blood, tendency is, pag spread mo yan, guys, it will occupy everything. Let's say, ito yung drop of blood. Sobrang dami. Tapos sobrang thin. Yung angle ng ano mo, ang baba pa. Okay? Pag spread mo yan, guys, sigurado yan, occupy yan lahat. Yan. So, in short, pag mas mababa, mas mahaba yung magiging size niya. Okay? So, yun ang tandaan niyo, guys. Pag mas mababa yung angle, mas mahaba. So, occupy yan. Lalo na pag madami yung drop of blood. That's why, as much as possible, 2 to 3 millimeters in diameter lang. Yan. Okay. So, adjust mo siya. Okay? So kung konti naman, okay, pag konti lang yung dugo, it says advisable na mababa yung angle. Okay? Para mas mahaba siya. Yung spread niya mas mahaba. Yung angle kasi, guys, ito yung nakaka-affect sa size or rather length pala ng blood film. Yung angle. Okay. So, okay. So, just a review. So, depth of skin puncture, maximum 2 millimeter. Warming, duration 3 to 5 minutes. So, sites for capillary puncture, median or lateral plantar surface of the heel. Okay. Also, palmar surface of third and fourth non-dominant hand. Palmar surface kay sa hand sa palm. Okay, sa hands. Okay, plantar, paa. Okay, angle of spreader. Okay, so 30 to 45 degrees, and ideal length is 2/3 to 3/4 of the slide. Okay, so any questions, guys, or clarifications with regards to our discussion for today, or this evening rather? Sir, gagawin ba rin namin ba to sa on-site? Oo, syempre. Okay, magkakaubusan tayo ng slide yan. Ilan yung gauge ng needle sa lancet? I'm sorry, not familiar lang with the gauge kasi wala naman siyang gauge na nakalagay. Yung usual depth lang is 2 or 1.5 millimeters. Depending sa brand. Okay. So, yung depth lang usually yung ano dyan uh, sa capillary lancet. Okay. So, not familiar lang with the gauge. Sige, i-check ko yung manufacturer niyan usually. Kung anong gauge niyan. So, yung depth usually 2 or 1.5 pag adult. Pag pedya, medyo mas mababa. It's either 0.5 to 1 millimeter. Pediatric kasi. Ano pa? Questions pa, guys? Questions? Okay, ito may nakita ko. Yung sa manufacturer na site. Ay, walang nakalagay sa blue. 1.5 millimeter yung width. Yung depth niya is 2. Tama ba to? Parang iba. Anyways, i-check natin. Any questions pa, guys? Andiyan pa ba kayo? Ako, hindi satisfied si Piglawan. Okay, so kung wala ng questions, guys, please answer post-lab activity number 6. Okay. Page 241 for exercise 6. 241 and exercise 7. 249. 2250. What time is it? 6. Okay, submit it on or before 9 o'clock tomorrow. 9 a.m. tomorrow. Any questions, guys? So, wala nang clarification. You may start doing your work. Actually, kung kaya nyo tapusin 7:30, better. Para wala na kayong iisipin tomorrow. On-site tayo tomorrow.